Hello, everybody. This is Shinji Amano, and this is my how to color better tutorial thingy that I created. Um, Shinji Amano is not my real name; it's my pen name. My real name is Daniel Pichardo, but don't tell nobody that, or else I might have to erase your memory. But yeah, this is my how to color better video. And as you can see here, I'm doing a color wheel and I'm trying to, color everything very efficiently, layer by layer. And that's one of the first things that I want to talk about here is that you have to color your stuff in layers, which means that you have to color your things really slowly. Don't try to, dig into the paper, because what happens is that you burnish the paper. And that's a term used in color pencil stuff for when you're too rough on the paper and you go into the tooth of the paper. Now, some people might be wondering, what is the tooth of the paper? The tooth of the paper is like, the paper has these mountains on it, and the mountains are the tooth. So when you go over with your triangle, your point, the point of your color pencil, which is a triangle, is gonna overlap some of the tooths of the paper, and it's not gonna fully cover the paper. That's why you see some of those white marks in the paper, especially when I'm doing this yellow part right here, or whatever part I'm doing right now. You can see, the whiteness of the paper. So you want to do it slowly, build up the color, especially when you're blending colors together. And if you're using Crayola color pencil, it's really really hard, dry color pencil, not too much oil in it, and it's not gonna blend too well. So I suggest that people go to the art store and they get Prismacolor Premier color pencils, which are loaded with oil and they blend really well. So yeah, that's a recommendation. So while I sit here and we all watch me color in this color wheel, which this is like my 10th color wheel. I'm not really good at coloring. I just started practicing maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I'm getting better and better every day, which is another suggestion that I suggest to you guys, which is color every day. Like, any chance you get, coloring books, draw your own art or color, whatever you had to do to get your coloring better. Um, Another thing is to color the color wheel, which is very important if you want to learn how to color professionally and how to make your artwork look good. Because a lot of starters, when they color with like black and white. Like they try to make the red look good by coloring in the light parts with white and coloring in the dark parts with black, which is like a really flat sort of shadow type of thing, and makes the lighting look really flat. So I was like, I don't want to do like this anymore, so I'm gonna start coloring in a different way. I'm gonna start using, you know, um, blacks, and I'm gonna start using different colors to color my work. So, um, our basic primary colors, which you can't mix any color to create these colors, are red, blue, and yellow. Then our secondaries are orange, purple, and green, and our tertiary colors, which are created by mixing your primaries and your secondaries together, are red, purple, orange, red, purple, blue, green, yellow, blue, green, etc. And that's just basic blending. Nothing special about that. The more you color a color wheel, the more you will learn how to blend colors together. Um, Aside from that, you also have color schemes, which um, is really where we go to the meat and potatoes of how you can improve your artwork and make your artwork, more colorful and nice. So we have three color schemes, or at least I know only three. There might be more, but these are the most common ones that are talked about, and that's complementary, adjacent, and triangular. So in a complementary, no, let me go back. In a complementary color scheme, um, we take colors that are opposite from each other and we use them to make shadows. The thing behind that is that if you mix red, blue, and I mean yellow, blue, and red, you get black. So when we choose colors that are opposite from each other, we're going to that type of technique where we're creating a black, but we're doing it with colors. So it looks really nice because it makes the other color pop out. There's a science behind how colors are mixed together. How the retina of our eye works, which we only have three retinas, which only capture three colors, which is the primary colors yellow, blue, and red. So that retina is the science behind coloring. So when we choose colors that are opposite from each other, we're keying into that, and we're also creating shadows that are interesting to look at. The next color scheme is called adjacent color scheme, and that's to pick colors that are right next to each other, like three colors that go up and down the color wheel. And that's good if you're doing like gradient work, or like if you're doing gradient work. So if you're like trying to make a sphere look three-dimensional, or whatever you're trying to do, this scheme looks really nice. Like I noticed that if you use this scheme to color, if you're trying to do armor, let's say you're trying to do armor and the armor is orange, then you choose the color right next to orange, which is red, and then you could choose the color opposite of orange, which I don't know what color is opposite of orange right now, but I'll think about it later. The color opposite of orange, whatever color that may be, you could use that to color in like the shadow. So you could add red as the base shadow, and then you could color it over with the opposite color, and you could blend those colors together to get a nice interesting mix. Which that's just a theory of mine from now on. I think it goes like that, but I don't know. That's something I'm gonna experiment with. I don't really know right now. But from everything that I've learned and everything that I've been gathering and all the knowledge I got, these are the techniques that I'm gonna use to do my work, and hopefully is gonna work, which most likely is gonna work anyway, because that's the way the artist does it or whatever. But yeah, the next thing is triangular color schemes, which I don't know too much about triangular color schemes. It's just you make a triangle on the color wheel, and colors that form a triangle, like let's say green, orange, and purple. You make a little palette out of that and you color in your work. I don't exactly have any techniques for this kind of scheme, but I'm working on it. So if I figure anything out, I'll let you guys know right away. And yeah. So hello everybody. This is Shinji Amano, and this is my how to color better tutorial thingy that I created. Shinji Amano is not my real name, it's my pen name. My real name is Daniel Pichardo, but don't tell nobody that, or else I might have to erase your memory. But yeah, this is my how to color better video, and as you can see here, I'm doing a color wheel, and I'm trying to color everything very efficiently, layer by layer. And that's one of the first things that I want to talk about here, is that you have to color your stuff in layers, which means that you have to